Hello everybody and welcome back to Destiny 2, where I'm showing off my Titan build for the Grandmaster's Lake of Shadows. This is the build I run mostly for Lake of Shadows, but I can change it up when I need to for, let's say, Proving Grounds or even Hallowed Lair. For the primary weapon for this entire build that I use at almost every point in the strike, Bastion. Why? Because it has intrinsic stagger of unstoppables. And with particle deconstruction, it is amazing. You get 3 shots for one round in quotations of ammunition. For the bow you can change up. I personally use an arc bow just because of the 3 or 4 arc enemies in the Grandmaster. But you know, you can use a solar bow or a void bow if you so choose. Power weapon, I usually rock a sword. Most people are using sword strat these days, which if you didn't know is just chuck on a sword and attack the boss. If my team are using all fusions or linear fusions, I'll use a threaded needle. This one in particular has Clown Cartridge Forepull. For the armor mods, I rock ammo finders if no one is using Aeon Swift, and Protective Light on my helmet. Protective Light is overpowered at the moment, and you will want to run this on at least one piece of your armor. But remember, you only can use one Protective Light, having 2 of them don't stack. For my gauntlets, I run Overload Bow, and normally I don't run Unstoppable Fusion. I'll run Fusion Ammo Loader and something else, maybe a Well mod, so I can get my grenade back, like Fire and Ice, so I get my super. My chest piece, I run High Energy Fire because the bonus damage is great. I run Sniper Damage Resistance, so I take less damage from Hobgoblins and the Hobgoblin Champions, and I run Void Resistance for the less damage overall in this strike. Next up, Shield Break Charge. Break an opponent's shield with a matching element, you become charged with light. Very good. Then I run 2 Scavenger mods. These can depend on what I'm rocking. I'll either run a Fusion Scavenger or the Fusion Scavenger with Linear Fusion if I'm rocking the Threaded Needle. The other one I'll run is Recuperation. Whenever I pick up a Orb of Power, I regenerate a significant amount of my health. If you're using the Void Boots, use the Void equivalent of this. It'll regen more HP over a longer period of time. Titan Mark, it's very simple. It's just got to take charge, pick up an Orb of Power, become charged with light. And Particle Deconstruction, because it is the crutch of the season. If you're not using this, you're probably doing something wrong, or you're using Sword Strat. The other item you can run in your class mod slot is Passive Guard. I found this to be really nice because while you're holding your sword out, you have like 20-ish% I want to say, for less damage. You could also use something like Withering Heat and go on a solar build. When you hit a champion with this, it gives them a debuff similar to that of Divinity or Particle Deconstruction. Thermoclastic Strike. This thing is great, especially if you're using throwing hammers on your Titan. Chuck Throwing Hammer and Overload, and it will stun. I personally don't use this. I see this as more of a Hunter Stasis mod. And that's it for the mods on my Titan. If you can, run a Ghost Shell with Prosperity Vanguard, so you're getting that extra bit of legendary gear that you can either break down, or you might get something you're looking for. And without further ado, I'm going to show you some gameplay of me using this class in Grandmasters with some randoms, just the LFG teams you see all over the place. So, without further ado, let's take a look at some of that.
take and compromise the Red Legionary.